Alright, hello everyone. How's it going today? I'm excited. We're gonna play the demo for Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I had a lot of fun playing Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I had a lot of fun playing Fire Emblem Warriors. And this is gonna be amazing. We're gonna get some new story. Oh, look at that loading screen. What? Oh, those are the crests of the saints. More story lines for the world of Fodlan. But I'm going into this completely blind, except for the trailers. Which I guess doesn't mean it's not completely blind. That's partially blind. Anyway, let's see. User data we created? Yeah, let's do that. It's not connected to my headphones. How do I change that? Okay. So it doesn't echo. Headphones? Because I'm wearing them. So hopefully. Alright, that's definitely my headphones now. Great! Oh my gosh! I am so excited for this because I saw a trailer today. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how to pronounce the protagonist's name. Is it Shay or Shez? Normal. I hope. Casual, please. Take more time to examine strategic information like level up stats, mission views, and battle tutorial windows. More quick and efficient. I'm gonna put slow and steady for now. Oh, we can change the playstyle anytime? Yeah, let's do this and make it quick and efficient later. Yep. Lots of save files. Everyone from all the houses is here. Okay, that's Agartha. And the Ashen Wolves, and what is happening? Okay. Saros again. Whoa, but the cutscene is more 3D instead of anime now. Oh, this time we actually see her fighting against the people with the hero's relic weapons. They're not just off in the distance. Demonic beings. It's Sethlane!
All this bloodshed. Will it never come to an end?
No! Oh, that's the weapon that certain somebody has. Well, they all have light green hair in this. That's interesting. Anyway, that person on the cliffside had the weapon that the protagonist has in this game. These do not look like good guy people from the depiction here.
Where is that freeloader,
Huh? Oh, the cutscenes are really beautiful.
I know you're napping around here somewhere. On your feet and back to work already, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Alright, so we already got to see at least
Come on,
3
sunshine. Up and at 'em.
of the saints from ancient times, but actually in battle now. Which is cool. I always wish, every Fire Emblem games, one thing I always wish for is more lore about the dragons that exist in each universe. And it looks like that has been provided. Oh, which one do I pick? I'm gonna pick female. I'm gonna pick the opposite of the canon ones. For
Hey, get up already.
hi. Yeah, I'm up.
Sorry.
are you? What's going on?
Auto advances. X. Also, I think
What's going on? Did your head spring a leak while you were
a
napping?
little bit of delay between my
Better see if you
controller
can
and the game
remember your name.
again because of my computer. But we'll manage. Yeah, I'll keep defaults.
Well,
Oh,
looks like
Shez.
there's hope for you yet.
Who is this random brigand that we're working with here? With the, always they have the default looking portrait, because the default looking portraits always have the shadows over their eyes in Fire Emblem games. Apologize profusely.
Apologies, friend. I'm alright. Is the battle at hand?
Of course it is. Why else would I be standing here?
I don't know.
You
Just
heard who
to
we're up
chat?
against, yeah? Jeralt's mercenaries.
Oh no.
Gonna be one hell of a fight if true, especially if the Ashen Demon is here. Don't like a smidge of what I've heard about that fella. Or
So,
was it a woman?
why are you fighting Jeralt's mercenaries?
Leave it to you to
Like
fill
you're
out the details. Did you even catch
hired
this Ashen
to-
Demon's name?
Do a job,
Of
but
course I did. It was
why? Like who sent?
by the
Who sent
goddess,
you
it's right
to
on
do
the tip of
this?
my tongue.
Yeah, we'll pick male Byleth for this one. There's gonna be multiple playthroughs of this, hopefully.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Demon or no demon, our job is to fight and win.
You sound
Already,
just like the captain.
Shez
I
has
know
said
they paid
more
up
words
front,
than
but come on.
Byleth in the entirety of.
Well, at least one of
Three
you has
houses.
some courage. You've certainly
Oh,
come a long
hello,
way since I
another
plucked you from
person
that
with a
mountain
default
village.
looking portrait.
But this battle is about more than just victory. Jeralt's team has a sterling reputation. Rumor has it they've never blundered even a single job.
Uh-oh.
But once we put them to rout,
So that might not be
we'll
so
finally
good
be
for
the
us.
greatest mercenaries in all of Leicester.
Yeah, that's
Enemy
the
activity
spirit.
detected, Captain.
Looks like we'll be fighting by
All these
moonlight.
characters have
Mind you don't
names.
kill each
They're
other
not
in
just
the dark.
random people. I hope that's a good thing.
Wasn't expecting a fight so soon, but I guess there's nothing for it. You ready?
Yeah. Wish him luck. Yeah,
Ready as I'll ever be.
let's
Good luck,
be
friend.
happy about it.
Double to you.
Positive. Also, I like how it's like you pick the answer and then she says a full sentence. I just hope it's a good sentence. Oh wait, there's no little like figure to play in the loading screen. All right, next.
Alright, let's get down to business. We're up against Jeralt's mercenaries.
Woodland wins. Oh my gosh. This is so. For some reason, it feels really nostalgic already. Oh, I don't have too much delay with my control. Not
Drive them straight into their grave.
okay. A little bit less than.
See what you're made of.
Can I? Why can I not? How do I attack? Whoops. Oh, why the regular attack? Really? Combos. You mean I'm just gonna learn how to button mash until cool things happen? That's what. It's just me. Or
They're not putting up
I think it's just me. My game is lagging.
guys new recruits or something.
New recruits?
With them a little.
I'm pretty sure Jeralt has not hired this many mercenaries. They are all ghosts, so we should be merciless with them. Okay, hang on. What can I do here? Can I? I can look. Unit info. Let's look. Myrmidon, Iron Sword, Morale. Okay, well, that's about it. Whoa. What's my objective here? I just need to keep defeating people. Oh, main mission successful! That's great. Okay, the stronghold. Uh-oh. I think my game's becoming more laggy. If I restart my computer after this, I might actually get rid of some of the lag. But we gotta survive until then. Because Okay, combos. Which one's... Sorry, you know what? It's because the controller for this and the controller for combat arts. Hold on, I gotta read this. R to display quick menu, press X or Y to use combat arts or magic. Cannot use multiple times in a row. Must wait for a certain time. Durability. Got it. The controller is for this and Genshin Impact have like, inverted buttons. Like for Genshin Impact, Y is the top and X is the left. For the Switch, it's the opposite. So I keep messing up. That's why she kept spinning around and doing that same attack over and over. Because I don't know how to do this. Yeah, no. My game was actually fine in the beginning, and now it's really like... Sorry, can I turn the camera? Yes, there we go. That's too much. HP. Now what? Where am I going? Okay, map. Follow the map. Follow the map! Oh my gosh.
To wrap this up so we can all drown ourselves in ale.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. No, that's the wrong way. Oh gosh. Sorry, my computer's really lagging the display between my controller inputs and what I'm seeing on the screen. I am sure. Okay, let's just move a little bit at a time. Base captain. Oh, we're getting to the first stronghold, right? Base is controlled. Oh, no, these are like those little... Yeah. I remember in Fire Emblem Warriors, the first one, it was just like these little gateways. Oh, that's good. Now we're in the stronghold. There we go. Critical rush. At times a stun gauge will appear. Oh my gosh, it's so satisfying when that happens. Displays certain attacks. That's great. I love when that happens. Oh right, that's right. I want to do Wrath Strike because that worked. Always worked so well. The captain ran off ahead of us. Is she gonna be okay? Sounds like she's still alive. Okay, hang on. Let me hit the stronghold captain. Man, I thought that was me doing those cool attacks, but it was actually the NPC.
Keep your eyes open. We still don't know if the Ashen Demon is here.
Whoa! Of course they're here. You think there's any chance the Ashen Demon's not here? There's so many things! Okay, now I'm remembering the stress about the original Fire Emblem Warriors. Like 6 enemies. Wait!
But they still don't stand a chance against Berling's mercenaries.
Main force? Well, that doesn't look like
Now,
a good thing.
You must be...
Oh no, our captain is facing off against the Ashen Demon. So, okay, I can't move you. I was gonna see, can I move you?
The infamous
I don't think we've
Ashen
unlocked that
Demon.
yet.
I can't wait to tear you apart.
Oh, there, at the end there.
The end of the Ashen Demon. No one can beat the captain.
Yeah?
Captain.
Leslie has died? I knew it.
They took out Leslie like she was nothing.
They have names, but I knew there was something bad was gonna happen. They have names, but not specific portraits. It's scripted. I have to just accept that.
I have to reach her before it's too late.
Facing the wrong way. You know what? I don't care about the stronghold, do I? But I'm almost here. So I can't see, because I... Alright, well...
Only one thing to do about
Not gonna... Where's the door? Where's the door? Warrior gauge. Oh yeah, that was also a thing from the first Fire Emblem Warriors. Is this not where the door is? Oh, do I have to... Of course. What if I use Grounder? Well, there's no one flying right now, so I guess that wouldn't be the best. How do I get more weapon durability too? I shouldn't waste the... On the one hand, I shouldn't waste the combat arts. On the other hand, it's kind of cool. Oh, wait, do they want me to use the warrior gauge now? Maybe that's just what I'm supposed to do. Whoa! Oh, that was their main force?
No. Just when my dream was finally in sight.
I knew it. All of Shez's friends are dead, and it's because of Byleth.
The captain's dead. What are we gonna do now?
And this is totally, get to Byleth. Hello. It's been a while. Slash, we've never met before. Depending on who you ask.
Stand down or die.
Hello. A world where Byleth talks in a fire emblem game. Uh-oh. How do I... how do I heal up? How do I shield? Maybe I should have read all those tutorials.
It's just one monk.
Okay, Getz has died too. You know what? I just realized, I think we're supposed to die here. It's scripted. Oh, that looks painful. No, you got no! Oh my gosh, that's evil. Oh, Shez, you can do it! Oh, who am I kidding? You're absolutely toast here.
Keep fighting.
Perish with you. The cycle of this world. I will not allow it to perish with you.
Cycle of this world. Whoa! That's a cool looking sword. That's also the headgear we saw the person in the opening cutscene wearing. What? Okay, I knew. Witness my true power! I'm sorry, did you just walk my whole thing? Okay, how dare you?
No idea. That's just what I need to bring you down.
Okay, but here's the thing, he still ain't taking any damage. Are you? Is there anything you can do to help? Oh, yeah, no, you're on their side. I thought you were on my side, and I was like, yeah, there's nothing you can do, and I was right. Where is Byleth? What? How do I activate the yellow thing? The yellow circle? Yeah, there's the cool thing. Alright. Good. Good. How do I do combat arts? Okay, here we go. Come on. Oh my gosh, now that we have our full power. Come on, activate the thing. This is the part that's so satisfying about Fire Emblem Warriors.
You're fighting like an entirely different person.
Yep. Oh, where did you go? And why are you back at full health? Not like I did anything to you before.
That's enough.
I can't see.
What we came to do. Everyone, fall back.
What? Okay, so I see. Every time I lose health, that's like scripted.
Sorry.
They want me to
this
die.
fight is over.
Yeah?
Hey, wait.
Why?
Yeah, why?
We've achieved our goal. Your job was to stop us, and you failed.
It's super surreal to hear Byleth talking in complete sentences.
Hey, we're not done here. Why am I so
Because you just activated a power you don't have any hope of ever controlling. Yep. That's her?
Huh? Where am I?
In space.
Oh good, you're awake. Not sure I would have been able to sleep at night with your blood on my hands.
Uh-huh. I like this space. This is cooler than Sothis' room with the throne in it. This is space. What's going on?
Am I dead?
I'll just stay here and wait to die.
Yet. And you're not a good listener either. Did I not just say how pleased I am that you're still alive?
That's true.
Regardless, I'm a being who exists on the edge of dreams and reality. You may call me Arval.
Hello, Arval.
Huh?
But for now, let me speak plain. You are slated to die.
Yep.
Right
It's
now,
another nameless mercenary.
you've been holding your meager life together, and to be blunt, it's beginning to tire me.
Oh dear. Well,
Thank you.
okay.
Oh my. That's the first time anyone has ever shown me gratitude. And I must say, I like it very much. Hear me well. You are a crucial piece of this world's cyclical... no, this will never
So
do.
I
You're
suspect
far
that
too
Arval
hard
here
to absorb what I'm saying.
is here to oppose Sothis' flow of time paths and choices and whatever. Or some variation of that kind of cool stuff. Back on my feet?
I don't understand. I'm already up and about.
You're just dreaming.
Perhaps here you are, but not in reality where it counts.
This is like
Your
the space
cluelessness is
between
actually
worlds
quite
where we
charming.
fight
I
Anonkos.
think you're starting to grow on me.
Oh,
Still,
that's
the important
nice.
thing is what you do after you wake.
You're just as confusing as Sothis in the beginning.
Recall, please, how the Ashen Demon bested you. Came within an inch of snuffing out your life.
Yes.
If you attempt the fight again the same way, you will reach the same conclusion.
Yeah. And all your friends are
This would
gone
force
now,
me
too.
to step in once more, which would be most annoying and also rather counterproductive, if I'm honest.
Uh-huh. Right. Well, about to become stronger?
Then I'll get stronger. The woman I am now will seem like a little kid in comparison.
Yeah.
And one day, I will surpass the Ashen Demon. I swear it.
It's gonna take a lot of hard work, but it's definitely possible. So this background looks like a lot like
My
with
captain and
the
comrade
technology
are
and the
dead.
lights in the
The
back.
company is finished.
So I
there's only
suspect
one
that
thing
this
I
has
can do.
some
Start over.
this has dealings with
I
ancient
thought you'd be more
civilization.
sentimental. Did they not take you in? Care for you?
Yeah, they
Gold's the only thing that ever held us together, and death is something we're all too used to. I never knew my real parents,
So-
and I lost the mother who raised me. Partings just come easy
in a
to
way
me,
you're
I
kind of
guess.
also like Byleth in that
The best
you
way
don't get to
honor my
experience
fallen
emotion
comrades is
in
by
your line
training
of work.
hard and growing even stronger. Then I'll crush Jeralt's mercenaries, and the Ashen Demon with them. That's what I'm going to live for now.
Oh, but I like your
Good goal.
spirit, though I expected no less from my partner in destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, I suppose that was a bit sudden. I should remember, take intimacy in smaller
Arval's
steps.
just trying to learn how humans operate.
The point is that I'm here
In their
to
own
guide
way.
you, and I promise to help you find the strength to see your dreams realized.
Auto saving. Okay, hold on. I'm going to cross the roads. Oh, well, okay, hang on. A chance encounter. Alright, well, let's play out.
A chance encounter.
At some point, I'm gonna try getting rid of the lag that I have on my side. Oh my gosh, it's the continent of Fodlan. But now in HD for me, because I'm playing this on a computer instead of on the tiny Switch screen. Oh, wait, this is the exact same description that Jeralt gave us last time, but now he's giving it to us this time.
To the north is the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family.
Except this time it's not displaying the house
and to
leaders.
the east, a league of nobles that bends no knee, rules the Leicester Alliance. Though once consumed in war, these three powers now exist in relative
It's actually kind of eerie that he's saying the script exactly the same as
Nestled
before.
between them is Garreg Mach Monastery, seat of the Church of Saros, the land's widely practiced faith, and a power that helps to maintain peace across the continent. Not far from the monastery, at the northern edge of the empire, is a small village called Remire. And west of this place stretches a forest where a lone mercenary awaits.
Yeah, Remire. Is that where we just were? That's where Byleth was at the beginning of Three Houses. 6 months later?
Wake up!
6 months of having to listen to Arvel every single day.
How many times must we do this? Get up already!
Huh? That's weird. I could have sworn I heard someone calling me. It's still dark out, though.
Hello, yes, I was calling you. Many times, I might add.
Yeah, this is the spot and the point in time. You gotta do something.
Come on, I told you not to sneak up on me like that.
As if I have a choice. Do you know how many times you would have died by now if not for me? I'll tell you. 22.
Good thing you have a backseat life coach then.
Quote unquote, get tougher. Saved you. Those 5 mad attempts to dispatch a horde of monsters by yourself.
Okay, so this protagonist is very reckless.
And tonight, despite my repeated warnings, you took the wrong path and ended up having to sleep on a bed of leaves in the middle of the woods.
Well, good thing you're not actually dead then. I like how the options are usually like the top and bottom ones are like complete opposites and the middle one is just a little bit of both, and I think we're gonna do that. ...
Ignoring me, I'll take that to mean I touched a nerve.
Yeah. Well,
At any rate, we all make a few mistakes along the way. And by we, I mean you. And by a few, I mean far, far more than average.
Yeah, well,
now then, with that out of the way, would you like to know why I've roused you from your mud-caked slumber?
Because we're about to die again.
Actually, it's probably easier to show rather than tell at this point. Look over there, if you would.
Oh my gosh, is it the Ashen Demon or even better?
Stop plowing ahead, Claude. You're going to get us lost. Lost schmost. We've got it on Imperial authority that this is
the new timeline where they run into us instead of Byleth.
True, I said there was a village, but how could anyone know where it is in the thick of these mountains? I can't even say for certain where we are in all this gloom.
Okay, new plan. I'll rely on my keen senses to navigate. Lucky for you, they're sharp as an arrow.
Hold, both of you. Someone's here.
I like seeing these three as friends. This isn't cool again to see new dialogue between the 3 house leaders.
Well, hold on there. I'm no bandit. I'm a mercenary.
Yeah.
Well, that makes everything better.
A bandit.
Yeah, because a mercenary you could pay off.
What brings you here?
We've no time for an interrogation. Our pursuers are closing in.
I don't know who you people
Pursuers,
are or what you want,
that
but I think introductions
certain someone might have sent.
Clearly need every blade you can find, and my
might be here right now.
What do you say?
And thankfully they can afford to pay you. Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna try and fix the delay. Alright, I think I fixed the problem. What I think happened is when I connected my AirPods to my computer, it messed up my main recording, which would be really bad. Like how some of my triangle strategy recordings turned out. Except now, I was smarter. I made a backup recording, and thankfully, I think that worked. But it's really low quality. So if you've been watching this video in 480p, because that's what I had to export it in, then I am sorry. But at least there is footage. Now it should be working. I hope it's working completely. We're gonna get started now and see if it's laggy
Well,
as well.
since you're here, do you mind stepping in and helping us chase off
Green
these
and Alan,
scary
why is it daytime
Don't
now?
worry about payment. You'll receive plenty of coin. If we survive, that is.
Okay, lag is slightly better here. Defeat the thief to clear the way for Edelgard, Dimitri, and Clyde. Change class is now a Flugo. Unique ability, action, support, and tactical. During battle, press L and X to check the class and unique abilities of the unit you are currently controlling. That's a lot of combinations I got to remember in the heat of battle. Alright. Okay, but you know what? I think this is a way better. First of all, we get to keep the sword we got. Second, it's a much better class than our previous class. Yay! Alright, hang on. Before anyone else talks, resources, okay. Before anyone else talks, unit info. Sorry, I keep hitting the top button for Y. Flugo. What is the name of this sword that Shez has? How do I see details? X. X is the top button. There we go. Cooldown time, durability. Okay, well so I can't use a whole lot of these. This is... Why can I not remember the name of this song? Oh, Tearing Through Heaven. Gain a chance to perform a few attacks that instantly defeat non-commander units. That's great. So we want to have Shez stay alive because Arvel doesn't want us to die, and she'll reward us for not dying. Increased damage, dealt to enemies by 30. Oh, in order to attack. I assume that will be coming up soon. We cannot order these people around. Band of Thieves? Oh, hello there, Costas. It's been a while.
There they are! Kill them all! Fighting for them now, are ya? You can die with your new friends!
Are they talking to us? Do we know this guy? Oh, this is way better without the huge amount of lag I was playing with before. Alright, oh. Fighting at disadvantage? What, like weapon triangle or stun gauge? I'm not gonna remember any of this.
I'll deal with things here.
This is like...
Watch this!
I'm Edelgard!
I'll show you a trick for dealing with
oh my gosh! This is fun. I assume Edelgard has the advantage on this thing. Oh, that was fun. That reminds me, who am I gonna pick first?
Don't overstep, Edelgard.
Aw. You ever remember how do I switch between people?
Take a breather.
There we go.
I'll take over.
How concerned Academy phase Dimitri was.
I suppose my turn has arrived.
Oh, Dimitri, it's your turn next.
Let's do this!
How do I?
I've awaited
You're all the way back here, though. Okay. Soldier class. All right.
this moment.
Am I sprint again? That's
I
not
won't
it.
allow anyone to
That,
stop me.
that's not it. What button is it to
Be sure
sprint?
tend to your wounds,
Okay,
Edelgard.
that's how I dodge. There, the right button. RB to use a vulnerary. Okay, that's actually useful to know. It's a lot of lightning.
You're making me feel bad for the enemy, Dimitri.
Oh my gosh, I miss the banter between the three of them. I hope that this game gives a lot of time for more time for them to talk about things.
Apologies, but it was you or me?
Just who are these people anyway? All three of them have crests.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Does, units with crest contribute crest effects? You can find the crest, yeah, the same way as in Grey Houses.
What's wrong with you? They're just a bunch of brats. Stop embarrassing
I think the
yourself
lag is
and
starting to
stand
come
your
back.
ground already.
The lag is coming back a lot. Okay. This is reminding me, you know what?
Is it Claude time? I think it's Claude
I think
time.
it's Claude time too. Where's this base captain? That's a great extra effect. Uh-oh. Am I gonna remember this? Okay. Use Claude against the flying enemies.
No problem, I got it. I'm a master of strategy, but I'm not really used to being on the front
Okay,
lines.
well that went well. I just realized, I think in the base game... Lag. Or do I just need to hold the controller? No, it's definitely lag. Oh, how convenient that there's a Wyvern Rider enemy here that's gonna now fall to Claude. Stop moving the camera angle so much! What can I do? I don't think... A spiral shot? I don't think curved shot is what I want right now. I can't use that.
Is that all you got?
This is a cooldown. Okay. Oh, shoot behind you! Oh, I guess shoot anywhere and do damage to this guy. Stop changing the weird camera angle with me.
Hey, got lucky there. Well, lucky for me, I
I think
guess.
my recording setup does not like when there's this many things
Hold on the central road.
going on at once.
It would be wise to move through the forest and take down the strongholds as we go.
Where are we going?
We're fighting to make sure we've got the right person leading the charge at the right time.
Alright, good. I was like, am I supposed to go into this door? Issue orders. Yes, alright. Got it. This I understand. Sorry, did I finish what I was saying? I don't think in the base game of Fire Emblem Warriors there was an infantry lance unit. I think the only ones were Azura and Oboro. And maybe someone else. I think it was only those two, and they were only DLC. Okay, well, how big is this map? How do I zoom out on this map? You know what? It doesn't matter. So obviously Claude should go against the Wyvern person.
Let's see how this goes.
Who is
Here I go.
Edelgard good against?
No mistake.
Edelgard's not good against the person on the left. I'm gonna send Edelgard here.
They must learn.
So I'll take whichever... Okay, good. So there's one that each person's good against, and I'm gonna just take the middle one.
We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
What is that? Pots. I'm sure my lag-filled game will be very happy to break all the pots. It's okay. It's still playable at this point. Well, 4 is even worse. Do I ever finish what I'm saying, or do I forget that I finished what I'm saying? I was saying that I don't think I can set up likes things with this many graphics going on. Sorry, did I take it?
They're all like this.
I did take it. Okay, everyone took it. All right. So why don't we just?
Here I go. No mistakes.
Yeah, you know what? Edelgard. Oh, Edelgard can't go there yet. Okay, everyone.
Let's try this.
Okay, I say everyone go rendezvous here. But if I just send them there with no objective, then they'll walk there and then they'll just walk back. This I remember all too well.
Secured.
So go to the right. Go to the right. Is the door open? The door is open.
Unravel their defenses.
Enough of this
Yes, please.
strategy nonsense! Get out there and tear them all to pieces!
Okay, no, this is not...
Okay, how many
I'm glad I got to
guy
play
have
for a good
working
2
for him
minutes
anyway?
without my computer making the game laggy. Eloise!
Repent, foul bandits! The Knights of Seros are here!
Oh, it's so uncanny for them to be saying the same, like, first lines that all of them said, but in, like, a different context.
This battle is practically won. The knights have arrived.
I hope so.
Not now! I don't kill at least one of them, Brett! I'm finished!
Costas
Watch
open
out. You're
the...
gonna make a last-ditch effort to rush our position.
There, okay. I don't... Okay, well now that the door's open, instead of standing around, we all can
We must strive to perform to the
go and he'll be gone by the time I get there.
This.
I hope.
Let's see how this...
Well, I already did that tutorial. That's literally... What? Oh, choose other? Choose other with... I'm pressing ZR! Oh, click on Costas.
I've got this.
Well, okay, you know what? Actually, that's a really good button for them to have.
All right, take it down.
You know what? That's a feature that should have been in the original. Send everybody to defeat the boss. Oh, there's something so satisfying. Oh, the awakening gauge. Yes, let my power awaken.
Do you feel that power? Maybe you can channel it like you did in the other battle.
You're done!
I ain't done yet!
Well,
You're gonna double bandit can really be!
We cannot allow ourselves to perish
like
here.
that.
I'm afraid we must spare no
Alright.
mercy for you.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that went well. For us.
Never should have taken
No,
this
you really shouldn't have.
job.
Is it over?
Yep. It appears to be, yes. Oh, that's a cool screen stage complete. I got S on everything! White Verona and a Bullion. Something so satisfying about levels in a Warriors game. Just.
I won't let myself stop.
There being hordes and hordes of enemies, it's because they're all ghosts, right? There's no way Jeralt hired that many people.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
Yeah. Hit points. Okay, I can figure out what these are. I've spent enough time trying to study. Oh, it's just still my only unit? Okay. I spent enough time trying to study how the stats in Fire Emblem games works to somewhat avail. Okay, we're gonna need those.
Hang on, you're seriously the Imperial Princess? The Crown Prince? And the heir to the Alliance?
I know, it's a shocker.
Yes. And as the three of us are now in your debt, I think formal introductions are in order.
Yep.
My name is Edelgard von Hresvelg, Princess of the Adrestian
Hello,
Empire.
Edelgard.
I am Dimitri Alexandra Blythed, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of
Hello,
Fathers.
Dimitri.
And I'm Claude von Regan, grandson of the leader of the Leicester
Hello,
Alliance.
Claude. Yay!
Things looked grim there for a moment.
I'm happy.
Thanks to you,
They're all
we
here
put
now.
those bandits to flight.
Bit of a miracle we ran into you out there, but hey, I'll take it.
We're not gonna do that. We're gonna claim it was a team effort because We are modest that way.
Hey, I only fought well
We
because
are
I had
humble.
such fine companions by my side.
So,
There
yes.
may be some truth to that. I can't shake the feeling that we were destined
I
to
know,
meet somehow.
we met the 3 house leaders and they never made it to
Aren't
Remire
they
Village.
An unlikely trio. I wonder why those bandits were after them.
Yeah, Edelgard, Arvel.
Still,
I
it's
wonder
no
why
concern
those
of
bandits
ours.
were
We have our own
after
plans
them.
to attend to.
Nah, but she had her reasons.
Now, collect your pay and be off before they get a wild idea and ask you to join them.
It's probably too late.
Say,
I-
while I have
I
you here,
like.
do you know where I can find Remire Village?
Oh yeah,
I
we're
took
trying
the
to
wrong
get to
turn somewhere
Remire
along
Village.
the way.
They never got to Remire Village, so they never got to meet
I'm
Byleth. I
looking
like
for
the
a
way
band of hardened
Shez did her
mercenaries who
hair up.
follow a man named Jeralt. I hear rumors that's where they're camped.
They are.
Actually, Remire might just be the village we've been looking for too.
And because of that, they never
ring a
got
bell,
to.
Edelgard? I don't remember
Because of
hearing
that, they
anything
never
about
got to meet
Mercs, but-
Byleth, and Byleth never got to go to
The
the Garreg
name
Mach
sounds correct, at
monastery.
least.
Jeralt's too smart to get smoked out by a bunch of rumors, but they're all I've got at the moment.
In any case, we won't find our own 2 feet in all this dark. We should return to camp
Oh, it
and get
is
our
dark
bearings
out.
before.
Hello there, house leaders. Hello, brave mercenary.
Hello, Alois.
We've mopped up what's left of those rascals. So what say we return to camp?
Sure.
And I insist you accompany us, good mercenary.
Okay.
Who, me?
Yeah.
You heard the man. We'll wait out the night together and make for the village in the morning. It's a great plan, especially if you want to get paid, as we're a tiny bit short on pocket change at the moment.
Yes. And those mercenaries you're looking for? Jeralt's band, was it?
Yep.
They may be in Remire Village tonight, but there's no telling when they'll move on. If you come back to our camp, we have maps that may help you get one step ahead.
Oh. Thank you, Dimitri.
This is
That's
clearly
smart.
the wisest course of action. Not to mention that I would enjoy conversing with you further. But of course, the choice is yours.
This is exactly what. We can't decline. We have to go with them.
Why can't things ever be simple?
Come on, Arvel.
All right, but just for the
It
night.
will turn out fine. I am
Perfect.
sure.
Then might I borrow you for a moment after we reach camp? There's a matter we must speak about. Nothing alarming, I promise you.
Right then, so off we go?
Off we go.
But, if I may, did I hear you mention a Jeralt earlier?
Oh yeah, Alois probably does not
Yes,
like that
you know
we
him?
are
He heads up a pretty elite band of mercenaries.
hunting down
so I imagine
Geralt's
his name is
mercenaries
spread all over Fodlan by now.
for vengeful reasons.
Mercenaries, is it? No. No, it can't be him.
Why not? That's
Can
a
it?
good line of work for you to go into
Well,
after
I'll just have to meet this Jeralt
serving
myself.
in the Knights. It's
After I've seen my
similar.
duties through, of course.
Yep.
After all, if I don't finish my assigned tasks, I'm mission the point.
So funny. That's hilarious.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Mission? Come now, this is good stuff.
It is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
That's our Alois. Come on, let's get moving before he really gets going.
Yep. Yay. Oh, the camp. Oh my gosh, we get to meet everyone! Oh, but the sky is so pretty. Did we ever see it be nighttime in Three Houses? Okay, there is a lot of people to talk to. Okay, good. It looks a lot bigger in the map, but it's actually not that bad. Hey, welcome to our humble base camp. Uh-oh, I gotta start reading. I assume you're familiar with the Officers' Academy on the grounds of Garreg Mach Monastery, yes?
If I'm honest,
3 young people you assisted earlier are the heads of the Academy's 3 houses. But you'll find other students, teachers, and even members of the Knights of Seros here at this camp. We get to meet all of our favorites from last time. Well,
That's
except
concerning.
for, you know, who.
what say you?
Not keep you out of myself. This is a great opportunity for you to bond with your rescuees.
Let's see.
Okay. So good chance for us to take a look at Shez's design. Alright, we'll go in a circle. I want to go in a circle, but that's not how it works. Is it? It is, if that's what I demand. Alright, random student. Uh-oh, my thing is still on the game. Slowly make her.
Hey!
I can't believe how quickly those thugs set upon us. The class heads ran off, people were shouting orders. Oh, but it was a right mess. Say, who are you anyway? I don't remember. Wait, hold on. Can I turn the auto advance off? Yeah, I can. You're one of the surviving brigands, aren't you? Someone help! Anyone! Well, I hope we clear up that misunderstanding soon enough. Okay, I see Lawrence. And also Lysithia and Marianne! Alright.
Greetings.
Alois told me all about what happened. Thank you for assisting the class heads. Yeah, you would have been in big trouble. Alright, let's talk with Leonie first. Hi, Leonie. Hey, aren't you that merc who helped out Claude and the others? So... I'm actually going to become a mercenary myself. That's why I enrolled at the Officers Academy. We're gonna encourage... Why would we rain on her parade? Encourage her dreams.
Right on.
In that case, I hope we end up working together.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks. I'll give it all I've got.
I'm
gonna work myself to the bone so I can be just as strong as the captain someday. Yep, Captain Jeralt. That's the one. Oh, hello. How are you?
Ah, it is you.
You must be the famed mercenary of the woods who stepped in unbidden to aid Claude. As a noble representative of the Leicester Alliance, I must offer you my thanks. Shrug him off? Yeah, you know what? I don't mind making Lawrence angry. Whatever you say, pal. See you around.
If I may.
Oh, wait just a moment. If you are indeed a mercenary, then you should hope to gain influence with me. After all, I am Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. Ha ha ha. Yeah, ha ha ha. Alright. Yes. Guess we're talking about the Golden Deer first. Bye. Oh my gosh. It's been so long!
Hello?
You're that mercenary everyone's talking about. Shez, was it? You're not attempting to curry favor with children of the nobility in pursuit of some nefarious aim, are you? No.
Nuh-uh.
Nope. Just folks in trouble and I helped them out. Didn't even know they were noble until afterward. I see. And do you think our mercenary friend is someone worthy of your trust, Marianne? I'm so sorry if you can hear the TV that my parents are watching in the living room right now because it's really loud. What, me?
I'm busy.
Well, either way, we need to keep it going. We're busy. Alright, nice to chat. Hello, Hilda. I keep inching forward because okay. Oh, hey! Aren't you that mercenary who helped Claude out of that little jam?
Huh.
I heard you're super strong, so I was kind of picturing you as one of those huge bodybuilders or something. Laugh at the image. Sorry to disappoint. I'm just your average gal.
Aww.
Too average if you ask me. Talk about a wow, okay. Oh, come on. I'm just joking. You're pretty easy to talk to, so I couldn't help myself. Thanks. Anyways, thanks for helping Claude out. You're welcome. Hello, Ignatz. You laugh. It is nice to see you again. Hey, you're a new face. Are you a student from one of the other houses? You must be the mercenary you've been hearing about. What was your name again? Tell them.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm Shez. Good to meet you. What house are you guys with?
No problem.
We're in Claude's house, the Golden Deer. But we're just regular old common folk. Yes, due to the nature of Leicester, we have more students from the commoner class than the other houses.
Please?
I'd imagine you're a commoner yourself, what with being a mercenary and all. Yeah, I suppose. Hello there, Knight of Saros. Thanks for your cooperation.
How may I help you?
Thank you for cooperating with the heads of the three houses. It seems that the class heads served as decoys to draw out most of the thieves before finding an opportunity to flee. Thanks to that, the others managed to hold fast with only light injuries. Still, it would have been tragic had any of their heads been seriously injured. Or worse. Yeah, that might have been a big disaster, not gonna lie. I'm just grateful for all of your help. Yeah, don't mention it. Literally, don't mention it. Hi! Caspar, Linhart. Oh. Hey, Linhart, wake up! Look, I get that you're tired, but we're leaving at the crack of dawn, remember? The bandit attack stole my chance for sleep. So I must... Ugh, who might you be? I like these two, but let's keep it... Linhart's not gonna remember who we are. Just from this alone. Oh, I'm nobody really. Just a passing traveler who got sucked into that whole bandit fight back there.
Yes, well...
Indeed. Well, I am Linhart, and it's just about time for me to go to sleep. Farewell. Yep. Linhart, goodbye.
Whoa there.
We already talked about this. You can't sleep when we're going back to Garreg Mach so soon. Yep. You can't sleep yet. Oh, Hubie. If only I could stop walking into walls. Hi. Ah, yes. You are the mercenary we happened to cross.
My thanks.
While I harbor some reservations about you, the fact remains that you assisted Lady Edelgard, and for that I offer my gratitude. Oh, only one option. Well, we may as well. Accept his praise. It's hard to get that from him. Happy to help. Although I wouldn't mind some details about the whole reservations part.
Right.
My thoughts are mine alone. You need not concern yourself with the matter. Thanks, dude. Dorothea.
Hello.
Hello, I'm not close enough. Now I am.
Hello.
You must be the mercenary Adie told us about. I'm Dorothea. You've heard about the Officers Academy, right? Well, pretty much all of this year's students from the Black Eagle House are here at the moment. Well, except for Bernadetta, which is sadly typical. She stayed behind because she's terrified of the idea that we might be attacked in the woods. I can't believe she ended up being right. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to ramble. Has anyone ever told you you're surprisingly easy to talk to? I haven't even said a word, but I suppose that adds to my reputation of being a good listener. I didn't even say anything to her. Well, that's okay. What is there to say to Dorothea except you are a wonderful person?
What did you need?
Can't believe they taught me to go on this trip. It'll be fun, they said. Nothing ever happens. And then bam, disaster and danger everywhere. I thought I was gonna die out there. I was sending my spirit everything that got within range. But then some girl from the Officers Academy showed up and led me to safety. I tell you, kids these days are graceful and strong. Nothing like the useless puns from my day. I hope that's not important information. Hi. Sylvain, Ingrid! I think I might have to join with my Blue Lions with the first playthrough. But Edelgard will be second. I'm excited to do all the playthroughs. I've got to say, I never thought the person who helped Dimitri would be so stunning. Yep, it's Sylvain's unique dialogue. I'd love to invite you for a meal sometime. Just a thanks for all you've done, of course.
Don't be ridiculous.
Sylvain, you're speaking to His Highness's benefactor. Stop trying to pick her up like a common floozy.
Can we speak a moment?
Oh, and I don't believe I got your name. My name. Name's Shez. Keep it in mind in case you ever need a heavy hitter. I'll do just that. And while it's unfortunate that we're parting ways here, I suspect we might have a chance to meet again in the future.
Not good.
A shame we don't have the time to get to know each other a little better, though.
Nuh-uh.
And spare me the side-eye, Ingrid. I'm just letting my heart speak for me here. I wonder what different dialogue he says for, male Shez. Oh, I didn't even get all the Black Eagles yet. I'll talk to all the house leaders last. Petra!
Listen.
Hello. I am called Petra. I am finding you to be quite fascinating. Hi.
Right on.
Hey there, I'm Shez. I'm technically a mercenary, though. I guess I'm just kind of a drifter.
That has much difficulty.
I do not understand. Where are you drifting to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Through the world? You know, just sort of kicking around with no real end goal. Ferdinand von Ayr!
Look who has arrived.
Well, well, the mercenary who cut down the leader of those thieves. I must say, that was quite the capable display you put on back there. I am Ferdinand von Ayr. Yeah, I get to say the thing. Legitimate scion of the Ayr family, the foremost house of the Emperor Ayr. I claim I've never heard of him.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I've never heard of you.
It cannot be.
My stars! You've truly never heard of House Ayr? I should think even a base sellsword such as yourself would have a passing familiarity.
I am on
Clearly, I must work harder as a beacon to the common folk, so that they might cry the name of my family from one end of the continent to the other. Yeah, you do that, buddy. Hanneman and Manuela, you're next.
Please be listening.
I'll talk with Manuela first.
Oh,
I've healed up so many people today that I never want to look at a bandage again. And who do we have here? No, wait, don't say. Let me guess.
Got it.
You are a brave vagabond knight who appeared to boldly protect me from those brigands earlier. Yes.
right on.
Oh yeah, that's me, alright. Oh, and the name's Shez, by the way. You were very kind to go along with my little Jake.
Well, hi.
Yeah, no worries. Well then, I am Manuela, a professor at the Officers Academy, a doctor, and also a songstress of a world-renowned opera company. Though I have worked myself to the very bone today, so right now I'm merely a sad and lonesome woman. Aww, it's okay. You might not have a lover, but you have lots of friends. That's all I can say to console you at this point.
Quite.
I am Hanneman, a professor at the office. Oh no, are you gonna ask me if I have a Shez? If you're gonna ask... I am losing it. Are you gonna ask Shez if they have a crest too? I am Hanneman, a professor at the Officers Academy. I heard tale of your recent exploits and wish to express my thanks. Oh, and on another matter, do you possess a crest? Ask him what a crest is. Crest is some magic noble thing, right?
All in all...
Listen well now, a crest are power that dwells in the blood, and they're passed down through the generations from parent to child. Those with crests may excel at magic, or perhaps have the ability to wield powerful weapons known as heroes' relics. You know, we don't know anything about Shez's heritage, so that might be a good thing to bring up at some point. When I heard about what you did, I thought perhaps you were in possession of one. But seeing your reaction, I imagine you never looked into the matter. Well, neither did Byleth, so... If you were to come to my residence at the monastery, I could take the time to conduct a full investigation if you like. Just don't make it weird, and sure. Hello, Ash! Good boy. Good boy, Ash.
Hey there.
Oh, you must be the mercenary I've been hearing about. I'm Ash, and I'm a student at the Garreg Mach Officers Academy. Do you know about the academy? See, there are 3 houses, each based on where a person is from. Yes. Oh, I've heard of it, alright. One of my employers a little while back couldn't shut up about how he'd gone to the place.
Right.
I can see that. Lots of influential nobles and royals from all over study at the academy. I actually find it pretty daunting to always be surrounded by the rich and powerful. It's a lot easier to talk to someone like you. Aw, I'm glad we can be friends. Annie and Mercy! Shez, where are you going? Okay, here we go.
Heya!
Oh, you're that mercenary! It's great to meet you. I'm Annette, and this is my best friend, Mercedes.
Hello there.
It's nice to make your acquaintance. Have you already spoken with the others? You should bet I have. Of course. Most of them, yeah. You've got a real cast of characters here.
The thing is...
Well, isn't someone a go-getter?
That's right.
We haven't even talked to everyone yet, but that's because we only just started at the Officers Academy. You probably know them better than we do. Who's left? Did and this lovely torch here.
My thanks.
You assisted His Highness and have my gratitude. I will see this debt repaid. What? I don't like, well, Yeah, shrug it off. Right, we're humble. We'll take that.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, I just chipped in a little at the end there.
No.
Little or no, I must offer thanks. To be honest, I'd like to treat you to a meal, but we lack the time. Don't worry, we'll have time in the future. Who's left? Oh, Felix, right? There you are. It's like, trying to think, who have I missed? Thankfully, I could name who I missed without looking. You're that new merc, right? Shez. The boar says you had some skill. You have to give me a demonstration before we head out. Yes, let's schwar. Deal. I can clear some time before sunrise. Looking forward to it. Yep, this guy just talks using more strength than wit sometimes. Dimitri! It's so nice to finally see you again. Can I take a picture of the two of them together that's like not weird? Okay. It's just a weird crop there. Let me begin by first conveying my gratitude to you, Shez. We are in your debt.
Speaking of
Also, I examined a map earlier, and the village where you were headed seems to be a little more to the east. Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. I checked the map earlier, but couldn't tell where in the woods I actually was. Well, I'm glad I could be of service. I do hope you are able to reach your destination this time.
By the way,
You'll be staying until sunrise, though. I hope you will take the opportunity to converse with the others here. Of course, now that I've sprung the idea on you so suddenly, you will likely find yourself at a loss to whom you ought to speak to. Oh, don't worry, I've spoken to literally everybody in the camp except for you and the other two.
This? Your interest flatters me, but I'm afraid
Okay,
I
we'll go
find
through all of
myself
these because
unsure of where to begin.
it's voiced, so I don't need to
Perhaps I'll
come up with voices for all of them.
next we speak. But you're leaving for that village soon, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dedu hails from the land of Dusker. Perhaps you've heard of
Yes.
it. He tends to keep to himself, but he possesses one of the kindest hearts of anyone I know. I'm proud to call him my vassal. Speak to him, and you'll see why.
Yes, the Dew is very kind. Preferred class. Does that mean they can change classes?
Felix is the son of Duke Fraldarius. He has a sharp wit and even sharper tongue. But he's a good person at his core. I can attest to that. He has always admired strength above all else in a fighter. I imagine the two of you will make fast friends.
I hope so. I didn't like Felix the first time I played Three Houses, but he kind of grew on me just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I only first met her here at the academy. She seems a gentle soul with great inner strength. From what I understand, she has traveled far and wide throughout both the Empire and the Kingdom. Perhaps that explains her demeanor. In the far south of Fargus lies a manor by the name of Castle Gaspar. Ash is the adopted son of that castle's lord, Lenato.
Alright, Lenato's still alive right now.
Deserving of our trust. I'd like to get to know him better someday,
that makes
should
me
the
feel sad
opportunity
then.
arise.
Alright.
Annette is the hardest worker in the entirety of the Blue Lion House. She is truly brilliant. I could stand to learn from her single-minded devotion, if only a little. Sylvain is the son of Margrave Gautier. You may have already noticed, but he's something of a womanizer.
Yeah.
That may be
But
putting
he's
it
also...
lightly, in fact.
He's another character I didn't like in my first playthrough. But then I read his supports and then I kind of understood him a little bit more.
He possesses great cunning and is quicker on his feet than anyone else
And then you
here.
realize why he is the way he
I've
is.
known him long, so I'm well
And
aware.
then I'm sad.
Ingrid is the daughter of Count Galatea, and she is far more gallant than your run-of-the-mill knight.
That's right.
She has ever been straight-laced and diligent, even when we were but children. It is not an uncommon sight to find her scolding Sylvain for his indiscretions.
It's nice to talk to you again.
Oh, hello there. Please, be listening. Thank you.
Shez is a lot taller than Edelgard. Ah, there you are. Thank you for your assistance in the previous battle. I'd like to discuss your future if you have a moment. If you find yourself with no place to go after we accomplish our objective, I'm hoping we might hire you on with the Empire.
What do you think?
I can promise you'll be handsomely paid, including the work that you did today. So, what say you? Why? I'm not usually hired into service by people quite so high up on the food chain. Why the special attention? I value your talent now that I've had the ability to see you firsthand.
On another matter.
By the by, have you spoken with the others yet? Yes, I have. Just tell me about it.
Well, you're certainly not timid. You do realize you're addressing the heir to the Imperial throne, yes?
There were also many heirs to the Imperial throne, so it's quite depressing.
Still, I
Edelgard's
suppose
story.
I admire that sort of freedom. It must be nice not to have your lot in life decided for you.
Yeah. It's exactly what Edelgard strives for, right? People should choose,
Hubert of House Vestra is my attendant.
their own life and
His family is unusual.
be given
in that
positions
they're
based on their
noble,
own
but lack
merits and
territory of
will.
their own. Hubert is deeply loyal to me, and you can trust him completely. In fact, I imagine he's quite grateful for what
As
you've
long as we
already
side
done.
with you. If we side against you, then he will come to kill us like 8 times in a single playthrough.
That's Dorothea Arnault. She's an up-and-coming songstress in a famous Imperial opera company. Or she was, at
Yeah,
least.
Dorothy is awesome.
For some reason, she abandoned her musical career and enrolled in the Officers' Academy. She has a very magnetic
super cool.
personality, which I'm sure you'll see. Have you spoken with Ferdinand?
Uh-huh.
One conversation will explain him far better than I
Yeah,
can.
I can tell.
He's the heir to an influential house, which drives him to excel. But he can be quite the handful sometimes.
Bernie's not here.
Classmates usually stays holed up in
That's
the
right.
dormitory instead of coming on these assignments. Her name is Bernadetta.
Well,
If you bump into her, don't be surprised if she screams and runs away. That's sort of her thing.
yeah. Hopefully we get to get her to come out of her
Caspar is
shell a
the
little bit.
second-born son of a great and noble house. But as he's not the heir, you might say he joined the academy to make his own way. War and fighting are his sole pursuits, so I bet the two of you will get along just fine.
Okay. I was gonna say, do you think that war and fighting are our only pursuits? And then I thought of it and I was like, yeah, you know what? I think that's pretty accurate for Shez so far.
Caspar is
Oh,
the
oops, sorry,
second
I already read
war and
this.
fighting are
Wrong button. No, wait, I want to talk about
on
Petra!
another matter. Petra isn't from the Empire. She's the granddaughter of the King of Brigid, which is an archipelago situated off our western coast. You'll find her a quick study, a gifted fighter, and endlessly curious. But always come prepared to talk, because she'll definitely want to pick your brain.
Yep, I'm ready to answer her questions.
Surely you know someone like Linhardt. He's as bright as they come, yet just as lazy as well.
He's not lazy. He just only wants to work on things that
Simply
interest
how he
him
is, though.
personally.
I can't
Okay,
force
fine.
him to
A little
apply
bit,
himself,
but
he'll
still.
come around, most likely.
Great! Nice to talk with all of you. One more. Not you. Not you. You! Claude!
Hey there. Thanks.
Hey, friend. Appreciate what you did back there. We'd have been in a world of hurt without you. Oh, and regarding the compensation, Alois told me not to pay you personally. I guess they just want to handle it as a church thing? Sorry about that. As long as I get paid. Hey, as long... That's literally what she said. Hey, as long as I get paid, I don't care who's handing over the coin. You're definitely a mercenary, alright.
Speaking of,
Have you talked with the others here at camp?
how's that?
I can tell you a little bit more about the students in my Golden Deer house.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I'm more curious about you, personally.
Okay, deflecting the question, are you?
If you don't have anything better to do, I'd be glad to have you join us at Garreg Mach.
Suspicious.
Have you met him yet? At first, I thought he was real serious and persnickety.
Yeah, that's right.
But that image shattered pretty quick once I noticed him chatting up every girl in the monastery.
Oh, that's also true. Well,
Hilda's the only daughter of Duke Goneril. Seems like she had a pretty cushy life growing up.
That's right.
Which means she's gotten into the habit of slacking off and making other people do things for her. He's a pretty friendly guy, though it'd be nice if he talked about something other than muscles. He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. He's had it pretty rough.
Yeah, poor Wrath. He's so positive though, still
Don't
living his
ever
best life
treat her like a
despite
child.
everything.
I made that mistake earlier, and she nearly took my head off.
Yeah, she probably
But
could
she's
actually
clearly
take
the
your head
youngest
off.
out of this year's students,
So,
I don't get what the big deal is.
Don't
Just
mess
another
with
pampered
Lysithea.
noble, I guess.
Not a pampered noble? No. There's more to it than that.
Ignatz likes the great outdoors. Definitely more than the rest of us, anyway. He's the second son of a merchant family, but says he wants to be a knight. He doesn't really seem suited for it, though. Maybe his parents are making him do it.
Favor's paintbrush. Oh, that's a cool name. Ah, Marianne.
Oh, Marianne? She's Margrave Edmund's daughter, but that's all I know about her. She doesn't interact with the other students at all. I'll admit, she intrigues me.
It's okay. Once we have Dorte with us,
Leonie
she will
wants
have
to
a
be
friend.
a mercenary. I bet you two would have lots to talk about. You're both pretty frank, too. I just hope you're not as obsessed with saving money as she is.
Shez has no money to save. Alright, we're done. Looks like the dawn's almost here. Walk all the way to Aloisa, can I just like end the day? Toggle dash? Oh, here we go. I can sprint! I have spoken with them. Oh, wrong one. Okay, here we go. I have.
That's concerning, if I'm honest.
You're hoping to ask something of me? Alright, let's see.
My sincere apologies for asking this of you.
Yeah? Let's
I
hear
know
it.
you're heading for Remire Village in order to find Jeralt's mercenaries, but...
What?
Well, perhaps you might consider changing your mind and accompanying us to Garreg Mach Monastery instead.
And why would that be?
And why would I do that exactly?
Well, I'm still good at project. Oh, that wasn't
Because
exactly
you've
what
done us a
we were.
great service, and we don't have the
predicting.
means in camp to properly
I
reward
was
you.
just gonna say.
At the monastery, however, we can repay your kindness in full. Also, between you and me, this evening's turn of events was quite the embarrassment for the church.
Right. And of course, the church does not
We
like
allowed
being
students of
embarrassed.
the Officers' Academy out of our sight, and house leaders of great political consequence at that.
Well, we'll just come by the monastery to pick
And
up the
then they
payment
crossed
on our
swords with
journeys.
bandits. If word got out, well, let's just say it would sit poorly with everyone.
Right.
So you see why we must ensure you're well compensated. Also, there may be some papers for you to sign, perhaps in blood.
I see.
This sounds more like hush money than a reward.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I told the fool knight who suggested it. Me, I'd just as soon send you on your way, but I fear I'm obligated to escort you back. Anyway, the whole thing will be much easier if you simply agree to come along. Just as a formality, of course.
Right.
I think that was a threat. And here I thought he was a big softie.
Well, depends.
Well, what do you think? Garreg Mach is in the opposite direction of where we need to be. But this man seems rather set on having us accompany
So Arvel's letting us have a choice in this matter.
You make a poor case, Alois, but I can
Okay,
see
I
where
didn't
this is
actually
heading.
read those, but I think I picked the one where it's like
I'll come
no
with you
choice.
to the monastery. but I'm not staying a single minute longer than I have to.
Right.
Bless you, my friend. What
I'm
a
gonna be there for the
noble
next
soul.
10 years.
I'd say you saved my bacon, but that would be utterly hammy.
Thanks. Thanks, Alois. That was necessary.
Has anyone ever told you that you're...
Don't. Some truths are simply too painful to bear. While I'm no expert, I fear the poor man's heart couldn't handle the shock.
What?
Told me what?
What do you what?
Told you how dashing you are in that armor. Not just any man can
What,
pull
that his
off
collar's
that look.
inside out? What? I forgot. What are we talking to Alois
Wonderful.
about?
I admit I've received no small share of positive comments on it.
Well, that's great to hear.
There's a grand story behind every last ding and dent. Enough to keep me talking for a week. Why, take this one here.
We heard you'll be joining us at Garreg Mach. Perhaps somewhat unwillingly, I might add.
Just a little unwillingly.
I know this wasn't in your plans, but if it lets us get to know each other better, perhaps it will prove worth it in the end.
Unwilling or not, we've got a long road ahead, so let's try to keep the mood light.
I
do
hesitate to
that.
ask this considering you're only here because of us.
Well, it's
But-
kind of cool though, with Shez
Well,
instead of Byleth, because
Are you sure
Shez
about
is
this decision? The last thing we
kind of
want
the
is to
opposite
delay
in
you
terms
from
of
your own
like
business.
they don't want
The
to
knights may
feel like
seem unwilling
emotions
then,
for like connections
but
between
it's
people.
not as if you have no say in
But
the
they are
matter.
very sassy and snarky. What? These are both the same option. Stand by your decision, lament your lack of choice. That's the same thing, though. I already said I'm going unwillingly.
Actually, I see this as just another chance to better myself.
Good point.
You are more gracious than I. But, as I see you've made peace with it, I will leave the matter be.
Yes, that's quite enough chatter. Let's save our energy for the road. To the monastery!
And here, the path diverges.
Listen, I know this one's on me. I'm the one who roped you into coming back to camp after all.
I'm talking with Claude.
But I'll find a way to make
There's
it
a
up
fork
to
in
you,
the
I
road
promise.
here from the true timeline that we did before. Byleth will never meet any of these people now. Thank you.
Thanks, Claude. I know you will.
I know you will.
Hey! Hurry up back there or we'll leave you behind!
You know you've had a busy day when you rub shoulders with the heirs to the Empire, the Kingdom, and the Alliance.
Yeah? What does that mean?
I think
From
I'm
your
a
perspective, that
fascinating group of
is,
people
as
myself,
a being who
but
lives
what do
in
you
the
make of
dream
them?
world between reality and dreams. Okay,
Seems
Edelgard.
like Edelgard thinks high enough of me. She's got this elegant air about her, but somehow doesn't hold any disdain for mercenaries.
Mm-hmm. Dimitri?
It feels like Dimitri's always checking in on me every chance he gets. He'll definitely make a good king. The kind who looks after his people.
I agree.
Claude's a laid-back kind of guy who doesn't really strike me as noble. And I mean that in a good way.
He's open-minded.
Something tells me he's
good
gonna
for that.
be easy to work with.
Of course, you only pick up on their rosy qualities. You really are a delight. Have I
Yeah,
told
and
you
as a
that
mercenary, you need to be able to pick up on the
Still,
subtle
you
things
better
that
pick up the
each
pace
of them are
before you
hiding,
vex
because
these
they are
people
hiding
any
lots
further.
of stuff. It's just the way things are. Oh my gosh, Prologue, 3 houses.
3 houses.
Uh-oh, this is kind of getting uncannily similar.
Deep in the forest, the mercenary meets a trio of youths, each a student at Garreg Mach's
So why is
Officers
Jeralt
Academy,
narrating
and
this
a leader
time?
of one of the school's 3
See,
houses.
it made sense last
Striking
time.
down the bandit chief who
So
attacked
why
the
is he
students
narrating this
brings
time?
undue attention to the mercenary, who soon arrives at the hallowed gates of Garreg Mach.
Mm-hmm. And Rhea will be most disappointed to find out that we fished up the wrong mercenary for her. Whoa! I don't even got to see the full Garreg Mach monastery like this. Look how much detail they went into modeling that. Well, it looks good from this far away, at least. but still, it's a huge structure.
And with
That's
that,
pretty amazing.
may I present the mercenary I spoke of?
Oh, hello there,
Greetings.
Yaitza.
My name is Rhea, and I am the Archbishop of the Church of Saros.
Hello, Rhea, Archbishop of the Church of Saros.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for rescuing
I can't believe I
our
didn't
students.
notice that she was wearing the white flowers. I remain humble.
I'm just glad I could help.
Yeah.
Such modesty.
The first
is
time I
not
played this,
required
I
around me.
didn't really know
Your
she was wearing the white
actions were
flowers, even
truly
though
commendable.
I thought to myself about how Saros was wearing white
The reason
flowers.
we summoned you here was not simply to express our gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
We have a proposal for you. One made on behalf of the church itself.
Well, you're already way less
What
cold
kind of
to me
proposal?
than to Shez than to Byleth.
Someone told you of the Officers' Academy here at the monastery, yes?
Uh-huh.
We would have you join this academy as a student.
Yeah, that's a good chance.
You
for you.
what?
How about you actually
You
learn
are a
even more
mercenary.
skills, and
I
then you'll be
understand
able
you are not currently
to
beholden to any one particular employer.
defeat the Ashen Demon later on.
Also, the students you rescued are close to your own age.
How do you know how old we are?
Your life could be greatly enriched.
How much have you been stalking me?
Or she's heard about our power and wants to keep us on a short leash.
That's more like it. That's definitely
And
the
yet she's
Rhea
taking
kind
it
of thing.
almost as a given that we'll accept. It's infuriating.
Express interest. I am interested, and unfortunately, I'm the one controlling Shez, not Arvel. That's right, I'm fighting for control here, Arvel.
I need to get stronger if I'm gonna do what I need to.
Yes.
If your fancy
Hang
school
on,
can
who's gonna
really
be the
make that
teacher?
happen,
Is it
consider me
Yaitza?
interested.
If
The
Byleth
Knights of
isn't here.
Saros, as well as many other powerful warriors, pass daily through the gates of this hallowed monastery.
Mm-hmm.
If strength is what you are after, we can certainly provide it in spades.
I don't understand
really
why
talked us
Seth
into a
is so
corner
nice
here.
to us.
I
We
think
should
I
be
see
equally
where this is
suspicious as
going.
Byleth upon our first encounter here. Okay, I guess there's only one option.
All right, I'm in.
A wise decision. We will do all we can to ensure you do not regret it.
Thanks, Seth.
I believe you will go far.
If
Thanks,
I may,
Rhea.
permit me to tell you a bit more about the school itself.
Uh-oh, okay.
The academy is divided into 3 houses and draws in the most promising young talents from every corner of Fodlan. Some are noble-born, while others spring from more humble roots. But within these walls, all are treated as equals.
That's right.
We ask our prospects to spend a year living under the same dormitory roof, so they can challenge each other, work hard, and grow together.
Each of our houses corresponds to one of Fodlan's 3 regions. Edelgard leads the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Dimitri leads the Blue Lion House, home to students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. And Claude leads the Golden Deer House, for students from the Leicester Alliance.
We could select a house for you ourselves, but as all of this was our idea, perhaps we should leave this decision to
Decision
you.
time.
You are something of a special case, after all.
Yeah, we don't really belong to any nation.
So I can join any house I want?
Yes, you have simply to name it.
Come to think of it... Okay. Let me think. When... The protagonists in the Fire Emblem series, most of them haven't really been able to talk a lot. Like, I disagree with the opinion that they outright have had no personality. I think each of the protagonists, like Robin and Corin and the others, have had some sort of personality. With that being said, though, Shez is definitely the most expressive, especially since they are able to say their own lines, and you can see the emotion in their face, and everything. Like, I can join whatever house I want. That's awesome, kind of thing. So that's actually really cool. Oh, Shez and also Itsuki. Itsuki's the other protagonist that has a lot of expression reading the choices that you pick out for them. Alright, I hope I do not come to regret this. Let's go with the Blue Lions.
So you wish to join Dimitri's Blue Lions. Are you certain?
We'll just end up picking the other one later anyways. Yes.
Yep, that's the one. I'm sure of it.
Sounds good.
May you build wonderful and lasting friendships in your new house.
I hope so.
Well then, with that taken care of, it's time to decide which of us will
All right.
supervise which house.
Yes, it turns out we just underwent a last-minute roster
Right, because the
change.
teacher from that
I guess
event
you two haven't met. This is
just
Professor
ran away, so now I need to hire
our
someone
weapons
else.
instructor.
And I guess Yuritsa is gonna have to fill in because there is no Byleth this time. Hi.
Nice meeting you, sir. Don't load me up with too much homework, all right?
Yeah.
Do my ears deceive me? Or is that curiosity I hear in your voice, Professor Yuritsa? I thought all the houses were the same to you. Perhaps you should be in charge of our new student's house,
I don't care. You decide.
You do care. Because if you join our house, you're not only gonna get to watch us work, you will also have a chance to reconnect with someone that you've been wanting to reconnect with for a long time.
It's decided already? I
Or
was
that
at
is-
least expecting a fight. Maybe some hair pulling? And as for you, my mysterious new student, I look forward to getting to know you much, much better throughout the year.
Okay.
The gall of these people making decisions for you. It's enough to make
Yeah,
one's
thanks,
head spin.
Arvel.
Right. In any case, I'm looking forward to learning from you, Professor Yuritsa.
Ironic.
I'll inform
Arvel is
you of
doing
our
a lot
first
of controlling right now. At least Soda's never commented about things that other people do that she ironically also does. Did she?
Each month, every
Not
house in the
necessarily.
academy
Arvel's
is
done it a
mission
lot already, though.
entailing some form of service to the church.
Hypocrisy. Oh, they're all playable! Look at them all. It's gonna be so much fun to talk with all of you. Okay. So, in terms of the crests I've seen in the loading screen, I haven't seen, like...
Professor Yuritsa told me the good
I
news.
keep seeing the crest of the beast come up a
Welcome
lot.
to the Blue Lion House.
Thank you!
I'm excited for us to learn and grow together.
Oh my gosh, we have
Please,
Officers
make
Academy
yourself at home.
uniform.
Our whole house has been buzzing since we heard you were getting assigned here.
Yay.
So we're going to treat you to a welcome feast tonight. Assuming you're okay with the fancy offerings at the dining hall, that is.
On behalf of the Blue Lions, can I just say we are honored to have such a lovely young woman join our ranks?
Thanks,
I mean that.
Sylvan. I appreciate
And
that.
I can't think of a better way to get to know each other than gathering around the table for a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Enough chatter. You're a mercenary, right? How's your swordsmanship?
Didn't we spar last night?
You must have some skill if the boar here gave you passing marks. But I won't know for sure until we cross blades at the training grounds. I'll see you
I thought
there.
we already went to
before
spar
dinner.
last night.
That's no way to talk, Felix. You are being rude.
He's being Felix,
Still,
is what he's
I must
doing.
admit, I'm curious as well. Rumor has it you're quite the exceptional fighter.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm happy to spar with any of you. Frankly, this brings me right back to my old merc buddies.
Uh-huh.
Trade blows if you must, but please try not to injure each other.
Oh, where are the Ashen Wolves, by the way?
The training grounds can be a little tough to find. Oh, why don't I show you the
And
way
Shez was
later?
talking about her old mercenary buddies. For some reason, that reminded me
Speaking
of
from
Yuri.
experience, one wrong turn and you're
his
up in the
gang.
library staring down the tallest stack of books you've ever seen.
Yes, this is the largest monastery in Fodlan, so it's easy to get lost if you let your mind wander.
There's so many things here.
If you
Oh, this
struggle
is
to
so much
settle in,
fun. I
say
love
so.
this.
You helped His Highness. We are in your debt.
Remember your mission?
We are to stamp out what's left of the Iron King's thieves. If I may, Professor, it seems a bit challenging for a first
He was the
mission.
Iron King, huh?
But their leader Costas has already
Oh,
been dealt
Costas,
with.
alright.
If the
Oh,
professor
is
thinks
Costas
they're
already
capable of
dead?
rounding up the rest, I trust his judgment.
Huh.
Good. Prepare yourself.
Wait a minute. There's no divine pulse, is there?
Of course, Professor. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone. See, this is what I mean. It's so cool to hear them talk. And it's so cool to hear Byleth talk, too. They both be getting the justice they deserve.
I'm certain you'll get used to him. He may be a touch curt, but he's not a bad person at heart.
That's right.
Still, bandit hunting right out of the gate?
Does Mercy already
Quite the
know
mission.
who Yaritza
After
is?
the events in the mountains,
I think she
hesitate
does.
to put His Highness in further danger.
You worry too much to do. Besides, we have a trustworthy new ally coming with us.
Be
We
careful.
should proceed with caution.
Yeah.
If we keep our heads on straight,
We are being
there's nothing to
careful.
be afraid of.
Well said. Your Highness, stay close.
Yeah.
Don't bother, Dudu. You could grab this soup for brains by the scruff and he'd still squirm loose and charge headlong into battle.
Oh,
Whatever
yes.
the case, we should be doubly prepared.
Same as always. Oh, I've
And
missed
we'll
this
be counting
bunch.
on our mercenary friend
It's
here
so
to
good
assist
to be
us.
back. Maybe I should go finish my old Blue Lions playthrough.
I won't let you down.
I won't let you down. She looks good in her Officers Academy outfit. I always liked putting Byleth into the Officers Academy outfit too. Uh-huh. 80! I should side with L next. Oh, hello,
There
Seven.
you are, Yaritza. I have word from the knights.
It is time.
Yes, the bandits have fled north into the canyon bordering Count Ro's land in the kingdom. But the knights have cut off their escape, and now stand ready to
Count
provide
Ro.
whatever support the students may require.
We are already skipping
We'll
ahead.
leave at once.
In terms of the timeline.
I needn't
events,
remind you, this is
we're
the first real
affecting.
battle for some of our charges.
Yeah.
I trust you will keep them safe, though I likely do not need to worry with an old hand like you at their side.
Did you just call him
No.
old?
You don't.
I'm pretty sure it's the same age as Byleth. So.
You there. It's time for the mission. Gather the others.
About time we saw some action.
Yeah. Which quest is that? It's Timotheus, Regan. Okay, fine. I'm seeing all the
sight of
quests
them.
in the loading screen. So
Ashamed to admit it,
that's
but yes,
probably fine.
it's possible someone magicked the bandits away.
Oh,
But why go to that kind of trouble for a handful of highwaymen scum?
I don't know.
So be it.
Unless we
We'll
have
follow
been
the blood
lured
scent.
here. Uh-oh. Yaritza.
Right, of course. We'll follow... Wait, what?
We're leaving. Everyone,
Yaritza's
follow
still
me.
dealing with just a little bit of
Professor Yaritza, where are
different
you going?
personalities.
Well, he must have deduced where the bandits are.
Just a little
We
bit
should
right
keep
now.
pace.
It's manageable. I've never actually seen Yaritza's supports in Three Houses. I've never played Crimson Flowers since they updated it. I should
It does not
I
seem
should play
wise
Three
to charge
Houses a little
ahead
bit
without-
more.
What's this?
From the look of it, they're bandits. Or they were.
They've been.
Dead by my hand.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, did the Ashen
Wait, so are these
demon
the bad
do
guys we were
that?
after?
But I
Most
think
likely.
it was.
I caught them trying
Well,
to escape
now we
to that
now we can't be
fortress.
sure because they're dead.
Interesting.
And also,
That must be their
the
stronghold.
teacher's not supposed to do the students' homework
In that
for
case,
them, are
we
they?
better clean the place out before they
Hmm.
harm the nearby villages.
They've got their tails between their
This
legs
is why
now,
they
so
needed
this
to
should be
hire a
easy.
different third
Let's go.
teacher.
Whoa there. Doesn't this whole fortress thing raise red flags
Yeah,
for
kinda.
anyone else?
I agree. If this is their stronghold, why are there no signs of life?
It could be a trap to lure us in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's be careful. Hold back.
It's not smart to rush an enemy stronghold when we have no idea what's waiting for us inside. We should hold off for now.
Gosh, I didn't pay attention to who says what, so I know who I'm getting support
I completely agree.
conversations
I mean,
for.
look at the place. It's both dark and creepy.
The decision is not ours to make.
Yeah.
That's right. We're still on a mission after all. It's up to Professor Yuritsa.
Uh-huh.
And I say, enter the fortress. Dispatch any bandits you find.
But isn't it dangerous for us to go by ourselves?
There can't be more than a handful. You should have no issue.
Gosh, I'm hesitant to trust this guy
If
with
need be,
students.
I will intervene.
It's not that I think he's
Yeah, you sound
has bad
confident,
intentions,
but
but
I
I
still
don't
got a
think
bad feeling
he's
about this.
responsible enough to watch over
Brace for
all
the
of
worst.
us.
No guts, no glory, am I right?
Yeah.
Should things go awry, Your Highness, stay behind me.
If things go awry, I will fall back. And I expect the rest of you to do the same.
I'm more than ready for this fortress. Let's see if it's ready for me.
That's the spirit.
If the professor's with us, I'm certain we'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Then it's settled. Stay vigilant, everyone.
Let's go. Victory conditions. Alright, let's see. The only victory condition is defeat the thieves. Okay, so who do we have so far? Okay, conditions. We have Dimitri, Yuritsa, Ash, and Dedu. Change deployment. Can I change unit? I cannot. But that is okay. I like all of these units. Battle map, battle. Let's see. Is there anything we can do? This is very intense. I've noticed the music in this game is very intense, but I figured that's okay because I noticed that we still have the time motif for the menus, even though we're not playing as Byleth and Sothis. But yeah, the music is way more intense, which I guess it matches the whole Warriors game thing, but it's also very different from the music we had in the houses. Oh, Tempest of Seasons. Adjutants. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to unlock support conversations.
Here comes whoever they are. Looks like we'll have to fight our way out of this.
Okay, so Shez still has... I'm sorry, you know what? I should tell everyone to do something. How do I... Can I zoom out? No, this is just a very big map. Okay. Let's see.
Let's begin.
I think I'll just send one of you after...
Come with me.
The wrong spot. I will send
begin.
you over here.
It's time to move.
And then Ash will go...
Do my best.
Where am I going? I thought I fixed the lag. You know what? I think it's just because this game is
We will proceed as planned.
too big for
Strive to perform to the best.
my computer to handle the graphics for. Because I've tried the whole night trying to fix this. Maybe? It works fine most of the time with triangle strategy. But I guess not this game. Sorry, X. Or do the cool thing. Alright. Oh, that's the fortress done.
Well, that was something. Moving on.
I made it. So this is what real battle is like.
Yeah. Well, you're making very good work of this, Yuritsa. Oh, you're totally... Wow, with your totally not suspicious red and black flaming scythe and dark steed. That's not suspicious at all. Hey, you guys are making quick work of the thieves. You know what? This is working way better than sending units to go do stuff back in your first game already. Sometimes I send them to do stuff and I come there and I just wipe the enemy out in like one fell swoop, and meanwhile the people I sent to actually deal with it haven't done anything. Alright. Oh, the thieves are still there. Alright, well now you're not, right? This might be a problem if I want to play Splatoon using the same setup. Splatoon would be this, but with other people. See, it doesn't matter if I can't see the gameplay in real time when it's single player. But it does matter when you're playing... Oh, main mission? Oh no, the gatekeeper! It's okay, it's not our beloved gatekeeper, so... They are just another nameless nobody whose name will be forgotten in the flow of time. Okay, where are we looking? I really don't have any orders for any of you right now. So I hope... Wait, isn't there that... Hang on. There's that button, right? I can make everyone go there without having to click on them manually? What is it? I have to click on you, actually, the person. Hello, offensive! Great.
May they find peace in the grave.
Yeah. Oh, Mercy is very considerate. Sorry, it's actually easier to move if I'm fighting instead of walking.
A treasure chest. You'll need to find the key.
I can get it open without one if you want. I'm not exactly proud of that skill.
Aww. Well, we'll take it.
And now those intruders are all over the thing.
Who has the key?
Or hang on, how about we? Hang on, why don't we actually take Ash up on his offer?
I'll do my best.
And go over. Oh, Yuritsu's already there waiting for us. Well,
let's move.
Hang on. No, wait. I saw an option there to open the chest. How about you actually go there? Oh, sorry. I have to click on you again.
I'll do my best.
Okay, go back there. And now, ZR. Perfect. Why do we need to do the? Why do we need a chest key? No, we just have Ash, who's gonna use his skills for good now. Gonna help the good guys by doing lots of stealing. So our hits are in the thousands. We are making quick work of our enemies, aren't we? What was in it? What was in the chest? Oh, Demetrius sees the plaza. Awakening thing. Yes, the awakening thing. The awakening gauge was actually another really cool feature I liked.
Let's begin.
From Fire Emblem Warriors. Okay, when are we gonna see Byleth again? It might not be for a while, I realize, but
we must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
You know what? Ash has already got in the chest. Why don't I just use that cool button again? ZR. Allo offensive.
Gotten out of hand.
Well, you're right. I will incinerate all of our enemies over here. Ooh. So you notice the motifs with all like the level ups, it's like with wings this time? That probably is Arvel's thing.
I suppose this isn't exactly a trap, but I still don't know what to
Oh, it's the wrong way. Which is the dodge button? This is the dodge button. Okay, or the dodge roll.
Are lucky to have such a perfect hideout.
Sorry. Yuritsu, what are you doing over here? Other than just standing here. Do we know what the name of? We don't know what the name of this sword is yet. That Shez has. I have a feeling that once we do, we're also going to learn about its lore, which might not be completely pleasant from the look of things. Investigate the dungeon. I should probably send the gang over to investigate the dungeon while I go check out stuff at my own pace. But they are actually working so well, they might just clear the rest of the map for me while I'm busy having fun over here. So, I don't know. Is this what I want? Yeah, it is.
Hey, there's a prisoner down here. It looks like an academy.
It's Monica! In this timeline, Monica is found. Hopefully it's the real Monica. Okay, what are you doing over here? Oh, you're trying to take the stronghold. Wait, you're not doing a very good job, my guy. So, that's a pretty cool attack that Shez keeps using with the whirlwind there. That one. Hi! We never really got to... Well, you still look kind of evil, but...
Never mind. We can discuss that later.
Thank you for saving me.
Don't let the girl escape, or Kronya will make us wish we were...
Oh! So it is the real Monica, because...
It's not safe here.
Kronya is a different person, or the real person right now. Okay, so here's... I am very glad that I'm playing this game now, because I think that one piece of lore, a lot of the lore that about Three Houses that I think was missing was had to do with a lot of the operations that the Agarthans did, like their what were the purpose of their experiments and this and besides wanting like vengeance against Saros, like there were a lot of side things they did, and it seems awfully oh, I like the way she just twirled her sword. But yeah, the point is one mystery that has eluded me.
Let's hurry up and get rid of them.
Where are we going? Oh, this way. So what happened to Monica and why did Kronya, what was she like before she became possessed and or killed and then the appearance stolen by Kronya?
That should do it. Hurry.
Side mission? What's the side mission? Okay, how about this? If I use the fancy feature from before... Yes.
Got a friend in trouble.
We can have everyone protect
Sorry, I'm slowing you down.
Monica.
The world is still a little wobbly at the moment.
Where am I going? Okay, I want to go here. I want to turn right. Controller. Not controller. Computer! Let me actually see where I'm going so I'm not just fumbling around in the dark. Like, I'm trying to ignore the fact that I can't see anything. But it's not working. It's clear that I can't see anything. Because I should be able to intercept this thief right now if I could see where I was going. Oh my gosh, I actually cannot get there.
Okay, we should be safe here. I mean, I hope we are at least.
All right. Who came in here and trashed my beautiful stronghold?
Oh. We fight Kronya early. Hi.
I'm Kronya, but you can just call me the lady that's about to murder you. Or, you know, don't.
Yeah, because we'll be too dead to actually see. Oh! Oh, I thought you turned into the... I thought Kronya turned into the thief. But... Nah, it's just Kronya being Kronya, that's all. Oh, okay. Is the thief dead? The thief is dead. This is really good. Because if we kill Kronya here and now, then we know for sure that the Monica we know is real. Uh-oh. Are we dying actually, or are we dying because this is scripted? What is this? What is this? What is this? I like this skill. What is it? I don't know what it's doing, but it's the coolest thing ever. Oh, I just realized if I press R, it tells me in the bottom corner what... I don't even know what this is. It's just having fun zooming around everywhere without a care in the world. I just realized when I press R, I can see what the options are down in the corner. Was that always there, or was that something they added for this? Because I always forget which button was the vulnerary button back in the original Fire Emblem Warriors. But now I can see that this is Wrath Strike. I just hit nothing, but that's okay.
You're not going anywhere, Monica. I have something very special planned for you.
Wait, hold on. I can... Yeah, I was about to do the cool attack, but anyway.
Alright, you asked for it. Release the creature we captured.
Uh-oh.
Some sort of beast. Get ready, everyone. We have to take it down.
Where is it? Oh, right here. Okay. Hang on. Monsters. 4 barriers. Correspond to the weakness or awakened attack. I'm going to act, and then that's when we should attack. Okay.
Attack it.
Everyone attack.
Force.
Including Monica.
All the numbers in the world won't save
This is a good timeline where we get to actually meet the real Monica, that we never really got to meet before.
This is going to be a long fight. It's strength based. Don't let up.
It's okay. All the stress and anxiety I've had to face today will now be unleashed upon this wild demon beast as I slash it with as many button mashes as I can. Because for once, this is a game that is forgiving to my nature of just wanting to press buttons. I gotta say though, doing the combat arts just seems to have not the same weight of importance that it did back in Three Houses. Like, it doesn't seem as desperate of a measure. Also, we just did that.
beast? Impossible.
Yeah, we did, and we're gonna defeat a lot more.
Like this at all. You'll pay for this. You'll all pay.
Okay, so Kronya's still out there.
But
now that means we know we have the real Monica. Yay. Alright. S. Yay! Level up. I can fast forward. Yeah, we will wanna. Which button is it? A? A is this button. Okay. So I always pick the wrong one. What? Ash didn't level up?
I
Aw.
won't let myself stop here.
Oh, they level up the combat art if we use it more. Interesting.
Hey, a new power.
Carpe diem. Oh, now you have wind sweep. Weapon attributes. Okay. Okay. No, that's useful to have. Oh, ingredients. Okay.
We should be safe here for the time being.
Okay.
I'm well acquainted with Professor Yaritza, but the rest of you are this year's Blue Lions, I presume?
That is right.
That's correct. But if I may, how did you come to be wearing our uniform? Also, how do you know Professor Yaritza? Were you enrolled at the Officers Academy?
Well, judging by the fact she's wearing a Officers Academy uniform, so
A black eagle.
yeah, it's pretty obvious
make
she
you a
used to be
senior,
here.
But what are you doing in a place like this?
Well, I was just on the verge of graduation last year when I was kidnapped by the strangest people.
So
In
I
truth, I thought I'd
heard.
never breathe fresh air again. Thank you for coming when you did.
Yep.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Monica von Ox, eldest daughter of the Empire's Baron
And-
Ox.
In 3 houses, you are probably dead or wasting away somewhere. And your father looks for you and never finds you. But I'm glad that didn't happen this time. You know what? A nice thing about creating some new timelines, we get to create some scenarios where some people who didn't get a good ending do get a good, well, chance at a good ending.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'll be sure to smooth things over for you once we're back.
Sounds good. But, why are you even here, Alois?
Because the knights sent for help after you left them behind. Did you expect anything different?
Well, it wasn't
Not that I'm trying to lay blame at your feet.
my fault. Point fingers at...
Professor Yaritza's
Yeah,
lead,
Saritza.
So I think everyone involved can head home knowing they did
Yeah.
just swell. For as you know, all swell that ends swell.
That one was really bad. That was a really bad pun.
It's a rather grave turn of events. To think the same bandits who attacked our charges were behind another student's abduction.
Yeah.
I never said I was kidnapped by bandits.
You didn't?
We saw others in the fortress. People who were clearly not bandits.
Yeah, they were
This
weirdos.
is just a thought. What if they were the ones truly in charge, and the bandits mere pawns?
Probably. That's more like it. Wholeheartedly, yes.
There was one real piece of work. Kronya, I think, who managed to escape.
Yeah, what was that all
I've seen
about?
all kinds of people as a mercenary, and she was definitely not your everyday bandit.
Not at all.
You're on the right path. Perhaps I should just tell you who kidnapped me. seeing
Oh,
as I
good.
know.
I am dying to know.
What? Why didn't you mention this earlier?
Because she just got here?
Everyone was busy speculating, so it was difficult to cut in.
What do you know, child? Out with it.
Well, the one who kidnapped me was Tomas the librarian. I'm certain of it.
Good. We get that out of the way in chapter 1. That
And how he held
is
his staff.
good information for us to know early on.
Scholar you think he is.
Or he used to be.
Impossible.
And then he got
But Tomas has been
murdered.
at Garreg Mach even longer than I have.
And then his appearance was
I don't want to
stolen.
believe it, but based on what you say, we've no choice but to investigate.
But Sir Alois...
This is good. We're already putting in all the motions to get rid of all the problems we had last time.
He is dangerous.
And we're probably going to introduce some new problems.
Report the matter to Lady Rhea and leave the decision in her hands. Not a word of this to anyone. Is that clear?
Yep, I'm aware.
Well, now things are getting interesting. Honestly, did not see this coming.
Yeah, what do you know about this,
So what do
Arvel?
you make of this Kronya? Why do you think she was at the fortress?
You seemed preoccupied with her during the battle. She a friend of yours?
Yeah, is she a friend of yours?
Sadly, I wouldn't know. My memory
You
is
both have like
quite
reddish
shattered at
eyes,
this point.
so...
Gone, vanished, lost. I remember meeting you. But before that, Nothing at all.
Oh well, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yet, the moment I saw her, I was struck with the most inexplicable feeling. I couldn't tell you if it was
I think
revulsion or affection.
Arvel
It
has
was
some
simply
sort of tie to
pure
the
emotion.
Agarthans, just like Sothis has
Here I
some.
thought I had it tough.
Has a lot of ties with the
Worried
Nabateans.
about me? How adorable! Oh, but I do love that about you.
Well, yeah.
And so, the knights have been ordered to apprehend Tomas. As it happens, he's been absent from Garreg Mach for the last several days.
It's great. Another
They are
issue
using this
that
opportunity to
we
prepare
have
quietly and
dealt
intend
with
to seize
before
upon
it
his
spiraled out of control, only for us to probably introduce other problems that are going to quickly spiral out of control.
It's shocking, yes, but we have testimony from the very person he abducted. Not to mention all the other evidence they found.
Such
No
as?
surprise they want to bring the guy in.
What other evidence?
This
I mean,
could
one
be
person's
our only
testimony
chance to
isn't
find
enough.
out about his
We can
cousin's
say that
disappearance.
Tomas is suspicious,
Who is this Tomas guy?
knowing what we know from the other game. But what do they have
track down all manner
to
of
say?
obscure books.
Like, what kind of
I
evidence
always
do
thought he
they
was
have
just a
at this
kind
point in
old
time?
man. Tomas is the last person I'd picture as a murderous kidnapper.
I agree.
I asked
But-
around, and it seems he's been in his current position for over 40 years. Why he choose to lash out at the church now is beyond me.
It is
Maybe
weird,
his
isn't it?
feelings aren't new. There could have been troubling signs for a while that we aren't aware of.
Even
Maybe.
if that's true, what is the point of kidnapping a student?
Yeah, why Monica specifically?
Ransom, maybe? The kidnapped student is from an imperial house.
And she has a crest.
Or
I
maybe he
think.
wants to tarnish the church's reputation.
I still wonder if it was
Wow,
Monica
you
specifically,
reasoning things out. Your
or
new friends must be rubbing off on you.
just anyone with a crest.
Highness, did this man
I can't believe Shez has not accidentally yelled at Arvel in front of everybody. You know, do the thing where you have a voice in your head and you accidentally respond to them out loud.
There is evidence that seems to link them.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to feel a lot less safe after this.
Oh.
You're not
Wow.
alone. Rumors are flying around the monastery about who else might be a traitor.
You'd think the
Unfortunately,
Sharks would do a better job vetting the people they employ.
have reason to
Maybe
be
it's
afraid.
Not so easy to. Hey, do you hear that? Something's happening outside.
Uh-oh.
Are they ready at the gates?
Yes, sir. Every exit is covered.
Well, well, it sounds like Tomas has returned.
Are they gonna ambush Tomas?
We need to get out there, and quickly.
Oh. Okay.
I think he's here.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. They're gonna follow
Take a
you.
moment to- Very well. We'll be right behind you.
They're gonna follow you.
There he is!
That's right.
That man down there.
Lady Rhea wants to speak with you. I suggest you accept.
Persona of mine will benefit me no further.
Goodbye! I knew this was gonna happen.
What is this?
Thankfully. So did Shez. So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself. Mwahahaha.
Familiar, right?
Wait, that's right! That's the same as Shez's power. But Shez's power is yellow. And this is dark magic.
Find him!
Right! What he did was just like...
Whoa, I'm gonna save this in another file. Prologue?
Crisis in Ferdiad.
What? What?
Upon his return to Garreg Mach,
Why is this a prologue? Oh, wait, was this the prologue the whole time?
Not even the Knights of Ceras's most concerted efforts can track down the erstwhile librarian. Dimitri elects to keep an eye on events from afar and not involve himself in the disturbance. Soon, however, an urgent message arrives from Verdiad, capital of the Kingdom of Fargus.
Well, that was certainly an unexpected conclusion to the whole Tomas saga.
Yeah, I'll say. Well, what do you have to say about it?
He slipped free of the Knights and escaped.
Shape-shifting.
Yes, that's what I said. Also, I know what you want to say next. His powers are just like the ones you gave me.
How did you know? How did you know I was going to say that? Say
His
it.
powers are just like the ones you gave me.
I love this.
With him, Arval? Where did these powers come from?
Arval doesn't know,
If
but
I
still.
am in league with him, no one has informed me. All I have is you, my dear partner in destiny.
Yeah, and what do you mean by that?
Still, I saw what you saw. Clearly, we don't have a monopoly on shapeshifting.
Hmm.
And now that everyone knows about Tomas, some of them must have connected the dots back to me.
Oh, true.
At least
Do they think
had
we're
the grace to keep it
suspicious?
to themselves.
It's because they trust you.
Yeah, because trust is earned and we earn theirs.
Someone's coming.
What do you mean someone's coming? This is a dream. Oh, you mean outside. Okay.
Ah, there you are.
Hi, sorry. We were just standing in the middle of the hall talking to no one.
I simply wanted to check in after the unsettling events of the other day.
Oh, thanks. Just be honest with Dimitri. He can sense when we're not being honest.
Dwell on stuff like that, but I admit I'm having more trouble shrugging this off than usual. It's gonna make my life a lot harder if my powers end up being evil.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
And yet... how do I put this? Power is neutral. The good or evil of it comes from the one who wields it. For example, I possess extreme strength, and have always believed this gift was bestowed upon me so that I might protect others.
Yeah.
And you used your power to save us, which means it cannot possibly be evil.
You know what? You're right, Dimitri.
There, but, well, thanks.
Thanks, Dimitri.
My apologies if I overstepped.
I've been looking all over for you, Prince Dimitri. Her Grace the Archbishop is asking for you. She requests that you come to the audience chamber immediately.
Ooh, Rodriguez here.
For a visit.
Rodriguez here?
There's a lot of things that happen in
Let us continue this discussion.
Great Houses that are happening again, but in different scenarios, and a lot of things that we've changed so those things could never happen. This is fun.
What did you say?
That's right, Felix. It's time to bury yourself in your room and not come out for the next week.
My uncle has seized control of the capital and declared war on House Fraldarius.
Oh,
All
well,
signs point to him wanting to stamp the line out entirely.
that's unfortunate,
That's Felix's family, right?
and that's
They're one of the
something that
kingdom's
never
leading houses.
happened
What does the
in
royal
3
family gain from
houses, so we
eliminating
are
them?
finally getting some completely never seen before story content.
The bigger question is why the Grand Duke chose to launch an offensive now of all times.
Whatever the
Yeah,
reason,
why
Felix
now?
decided
Why
to
not
act
5 years
before
from
His
now?
Highness's coronation could take place.
Oh, of course,
My uncle
that makes
claims
sense.
House Fraldarius is attempting to install me as the puppet. As
Um,
such, he issued a written appeal to the Western Lords to help him rescue me from the Duke's foul
Well,
clutches.
enemies love to get the Western Lords in Fargus involved in their schemes, don't they? They just must be so easy to manipulate that everyone goes for them.
So what exactly is going on in the capital? You said it's been seized.
Oh dear. I do hope nobody there has been met with foul play.
Yeah.
He's in no position to engage such a move until I've been removed from the situation.
I say the Regent should be dealt with.
I haven't heard one good thing about his leadership.
I've no intention of becoming a pawn in this game.
Huh.
All the same, I must return to Fargus at once. Dedu,
This is gonna be fun.
As you wish, Your Highness.
Actually, we're all gonna accompany you.
Felix, I'm sure your father will contact you soon. For now, just wait for Rodrigue to weigh in.
Felix is like seething. He's angry.
Sorry.
Yeah?
It's just that Lenato used to be in the Grand Duke's service. So...
Oh. That's
He is a
not
man of
information.
compassion. It's not out of the question he'll be swayed to my
That's
uncle's
information that's new.
side. Truth be told, we're not sure where anyone's
But
allegiances
expected.
lie at this point. So let's not hasten to conclusions, any of us. We must all keep level heads. I'm told you are sending the knights to help us, Lady Rhea. I do not wish to sound ungrateful, but are you sure you want to do that?
The Church of Seiros cannot overlook
The music that plays here is a lot more dramatic than the music that plays for Rhea. A lot of the music's a lot more heavy on like the percussion,
However,
even in the
while we may lack
cutscenes in this
numbers,
game.
we have put together a unit of considerable skill. It will be captained by someone near and dear to you, in fact. Someone well suited to a mission within the kingdom.
Someone near to...
Rodrigue?
Of course. That is encouraging.
Or Gilbert.
Since its very inception,
Is it Gilbert?
we have watched over the kingdom
Oh no,
of
is it
Fargus
Gilbert?
as one would their own child. When its peace is threatened, the church has no choice.
Oh, Rhea can't help but like talk as though she's been watching over this place for 1,000 years.
Passing 4 years ago. And I swear to repay that kindness in full.
One other thing. A suggestion, if you will, from the church.
Yeah? Oh, we don't get to see what that is.
Interesting. So she wants all of us to go with you?
Oh, we'd love to go with you.
This time, the Knights of Seiros will be accompanying us, in addition to Professor Yuritsa.
Well, I certainly don't mind. But Annie and Ash, what about you?
You know I'm always behind you. But considering what it means for my uncle, I don't know. House Dominic's lands are surrounded by other houses that are likely to support Rufus's claim. If I join you, it could sour my family's relations with our neighbors.
I'll go. I mean, of course I don't want to get Lenato into any trouble. But I also know he'd want me to do what I think is right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to place such a difficult decision on your shoulders, Ash. And what of you?
Shez is just gonna go where the action's at.
I'm in. The more time I spend here at the academy, the more I miss actual fighting. Besides, I want to use my powers to help. After all, the good or evil of a thing comes from the person wielding it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Indeed it does. You have my thanks.
There you go again, throwing yourself headlong into the first conflict you find. No wonder I have to keep stepping in to guide you. Still, we basically have no choice, so run wild, I guess.
I'll inform you of the details soon. Please ensure you're prepared by then.
Sounds good. Born in a mountain hamlet in Leicester, becomes a mercenary and begins living as a wanderer, enrolls at the Officers' Academy. Oh, we don't know Shez's age either. Interesting. We don't know if Shez has any crests either. Interesting. Close allies, of course. The only 3 people that we've met, technically. Seeing her friend smile, her adoptive mother, and not going hungry. I want to learn more about Shez. Losing, reading maps, wasting time. Yeah, I can definitely tell you don't like losing. Temporarily parted ways with the net. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take a break here because I've been playing for a really long time, but yeah, this has been so much fun to play. I just wish there wasn't so much lag for me, but other than that, it's great to see all of our great friends back from the Officers Academy again, meeting Shez, hearing Byleth talk. It's been amazing. And now we're about to step into our first little bit of story divergence here. This is something that never happened before in the old game, but now that's what something I love about Three Houses is the way like you start with the same cast of characters and you can tell so many different stories with that. And now we're continuing on with that. But like, what if we make a change even earlier on in the timeline? What kinds of stories can we tell with that? I love it. This is great. All right, that's where I'm gonna end it off. Thanks for watching.